from the plains of Auburn.
The swamp will be filled to capacity.
Sanford Stadium between the hedges.
We welcome you to the Home Depot.
The Home Depot SEC.
On CBS.
It's a perfect day for football.
For nearly a quarter of a century, the Home Depot and CBS proudly delivered the SEC to a national TV audience. We danced on Rocky Top, swayed with the 12th man, and survived a sandstorm. We watched the tide roll, the swamp rise, and soared to new heights with an answered prayer.
Davis gets a block. Touchdown. Auburn. An answered prayer.
There were dogs and cats and tigers too, but most of all, there are the cherished memories. Great players who struck a chord in our hearts, and the coaches whose actions spoke louder than words. The enduring images that brought us smiles and tears. So for all those doers who joined us on Saturday afternoons, we celebrate 24 years together with this simple, heartfelt message. Thank you.
And
thank you.
Y'all sad to see CBS go? No? Happy?
I'm sad to see it go, except I'm happy to not hear Gary Danielson anymore.
Yeah.
But the CBS theme song, like to me, the television broadcast is even better than ESPN, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just the commentators. Besides that, I'm gonna miss it.
What is it about Gary that
he's fucking retarded?
People don't like. Found that
pretty
good way.
He's just a dipshit.
He's not wrong. I used to shit. I remember a lot of people always shit on Vern, and Vern was just bad with names. Like he could always remember, like of course the big like Tim Tebow's and the Cam Newtons and shit like that, But I mean, dude, I can't tell you how many times I'd be watching us and Vern would be like, we'd have two running backs, Martin Lane, Ray John, and go. Rayshawn Lane on the carry. And I'm like, this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, he would get the names wrong a lot.
Yep.
I don't even mind when they get the names wrong. It's when they mispronounce the names. It drives me crazy. Like watching that, which I know we're going to get into the games. I was watching the Georgia Tech game Saturday, and the guy who was with McElroy was talking about the SEC championship, and he kept going, and then Jalen Monroe. I'm like, what? Like, it's not plural. It's one fucking person. What are you doing?
Right.
Vern was good at calling big plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still had that even at the end.
Yeah. He'd go, see ya later.
Yeah, he had that growl. He could just dig down and pull out a good play call.
Oh, boy.
That's why people like him when he calls the Masters,
Yeah.
So
he just wasn't too good at all the stuff in between. But he was really old, so I kind of gave him a pass.
He'd always talk about, it seemed like, I think it was maybe always during the Iron Bowl, he'd always talk about, me and my wife do our yearly tradition where we go to Shoney's. And I'm thinking, dude, where the fuck are these Shoney's that you're going to? Because I don't see them anymore.
There was a couple in Georgia I passed on the way to Tennessee.
I mean, I know there's still a few, but dude, they're terrible now, I think. God, they're nasty.
I'll tell you what the worst part about this CBS thing is the most iconic theme song of all time is gone for us.
Mm-hmm.
So this coming week will wrap it up for them.
That's it. Georgia-Bama is the last thing that'll be played on.
Let's hope it's a good one.
And then they'll do the Army-Navy game, but that's not SEC. But
Which I still think, like, I get it. The Iron Bowl is great. The Red Rivalry is great. But to me, Army-Navy is number one rivalry in college football. Like, there's so much history in that game. There's not the hatred's up there, but like not like a Red River, but it's still like iconic.
Right.
I hate to say it, but I'll be truthful about this. I can't tell you the last time I watched that game all the way through.
Well, no one ever does.
I mean, I feel bad about it, but I don't know. It's always like that one game. It's the only game in town that weekend, and after conference championship week, I'm done ready for a break. And Christmas shopping or whatever.
I think it's cool how they give them that 1 week though. I think that's cool. That's a pretty cool thing. Like no one else gets to play on that Saturday. Just Army, just Navy. That's it.
But it's okay if you're a commie. We get it.
And usually one or both of them always suck. So
yeah,
Army's decent this
like
year.
I said, one. No, they're both. I think they're both.
They're both trying to get bowl eligible.
Yeah, that's decent for a military school.
Yeah,
but I don't know about you. When I grew up, like in the late '90s and through all the 2000s, early 2000s, dude, Navy beat the shit out of Army every year. I can't remember how many years in a row they beat Army, but it was bad.
And think about it this way: you have Army, Navy, which is supposed to be like the pride of our country.
Mm-hmm.
They play on their own week, biggest rivals. They're fighting for bowl eligibility. Meanwhile, every fucking tweet is about Colorado. Let that shit sink in. A 4-win team gets more fucking love than those two.
Thought you was about to talk about they're fighting for our country and I'm out Christmas shopping.
No. It's one of those like I have it like in my earbud listening to it, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you gotta look up because you know none of the players, and you're like, oh, that's who that guy is. Okay, he's on Navy.
I want to see Kirby go to Navy. I want to see Kirby go to Navy and Saban go to Army and see if they can build those two programs up.
I'm cool with that. Can Kirby get Army? I can't stand the Navy.
That would be cool though. Even though I said I don't watch those games, it would be cool to look up one day and see Army like the number 2 team in the country or something, just mowing people over.
I tell you what, though, this would be a fun week to do that. Like, think about that. If you could, like, just for 1 week, like you said, after the conference championship, you got plenty of time for playoffs. Take Nick to one, take Kirby to the other. The teams are about even right now, and just let them coach it, and just see how the offense has changed, the defense has changed. Just compare numbers to like passing yard, defense deficiencies to what the rest of the year was to that 1 week.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's cool they get their own week, but I'm kind of like, it's usually always on the TV here, but it gets changed quite frequently. You kind of flip back over to it. Oh, okay, Army's winning. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I watch the pregame thing a lot for that game more than anything.
And they always bust out the sickest uniforms for this game.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's true.
They have the best flyovers and everything, and I appreciate Army and Navy for what they do.
Patriotic Carter.
Yeah, you damn right. Got to be.
He talks about them all the time. We was just talking about it the other day. Carter's like, USA. Right. I love Army and Navy. But fuck Air Force is what he said.
They're too smart for football.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But, I'm saying I appreciate all those young men that they're playing football, but they also got to do their, duty as well once they're through with that. So.
Hey, before we dive into it real good, there's something I want to throw at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It shouldn't take long. You've all heard of Wife Swap, the show.
Yeah.
Coach Swap. What if we all had to switch coaches?
Oh, wow.
Now, I realize we got 2 of us in here, myself and Carter, are not. You 2 guys have the best 2 in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's kind of a moot point, but would y'all be willing to coach swap with each other? Would you take that? Would Bama get rid of Saban in his older age to take a up and coming Saban that's younger and get some more mileage out of it, or just stay with what you got?
I don't know. I'd say you stay with what you got because he's got the wisdom. He's got the experience under his belt, I don't know.
Would you coach swap with Alabama trenches?
No, it's nothing against Saban. It's pretty much what you said. Like, we got the younger guy who's got a little bit longer career left ahead of him, so I'm going to stay with Kirby.
All right. If you had trenches, if you had to coach swap with Carter,
I'm not coach swapping with Saban. I'm not going to coach swap with y'all.
No, but you have to. You just play
am
along
I
here.
Taking Freeze or Heupel? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Are you? Which one are you?
I saw a really good video on Heupel today, which I think I shared with Carter. You might want to check your text. It was a great video. I'm probably taking Heupel just based on that video.
Carter's like, wow, I'm gonna play that video.
Oh yeah, that interview thing.
Yeah, they asked Heupel. It was those guys on Barstools, the guys who played for Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah,
and they were like, "How would you break down what would you want the playoffs to be? You take the 4 best teams in the SEC and you let them fight it out." That was his answer. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like that."
Hoss, if you had,
I don't know yet.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Hoss, if Saban said, "I'm done with Alabama," and Alabama came to you and said, "We only got 2 choices. You can pick Heupel, you can pick Hugh Freeze. Which one are you taking?"
Between those two, I'd probably say Hugh Freeze, just because he's been winning it. All the different colleges he's coached at so far.
I was about to say something, and Crimson just nailed it. This is probably the reason I wouldn't take Hugh Freeze.
Heupel at least wouldn't drop.
Yeah, no one said he's smart, but he's right there.
Now look,
you rushed 2. You had 1 man on 5. What are you doing?
You can't base a coach on 1 game or 1 season.
Then I'm gonna base it on 2. I'm gonna base it on 2 games, Hoss. Technically, at a certain point, he was ahead of Georgia. He was ahead of Bama. Now I get it. There's a bad kind of mindset with Auburn right now that he might be able to fix. But they at that point this year, there is a mindset that, all right, well, let's see if they can just lose the game. Let's not win it. That's my problem right now. And I don't think it's a Hugh Freeze problem. I think it's a mindset that was set by maybe Harsin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think once he has some recruits he gets in and everybody buying into his mindset, I think we'll see a different team.
We shall see.
You stuck with the West, I stuck with the East. Which is shit. Saturday, those are gone too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's been crazy. It's a weird year.
Well, that was the end of my segment.
All right, cool. We'll wife slap later, Cranges.
That was a good segment, Cranges.
I think I'd take you up on that. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, we'll see. Comment section. Hey, Megan, Crimson, Jerry, reporting for duty. I get it.
Yes.
Would you give up your coach though, Cranges?
For
either one of those teams? For Kirby or Saban?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but who would you choose?
Ooh, it's 2 rivals.
See, if Saban was 5 years younger, I think it'd be a no-brainer. But
yeah,
I got to go with the mileage on the tire. Saban's got to be. I mean, how much longer realistically can he go at a high level like he's still doing?
I don't know. He told a 6-year-old the other day he's going to wait for him to coach.
At least 10 more years.
10 years? I was thinking like 5.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. If you guarantee me Saban's got 10 years worth of mileage on the tires, I might still take Saban because of.
Fair enough.
Well, he's proven. I mean, not that Kirby's obviously proven him.
6 is more than 2. I got you.
I mean, he stays in pretty good health, and the
Yeah.
competitiveness to me keeps him young at heart. So,
Would you say that Saban's straight edge?
I don't know if he's straight edge, but he definitely loves a good oatmeal cream pie every now.
Let me ask y'all this, and I don't even know who I'd take. Outside of Kirby and Nick, you get your choice of any coach out there. Who you taking?
Just in the SEC or out of the SEC?
Anywhere.
Jimbo Fisher.
He's free. You can do that.
Oh, I need who's
You got Harbaugh, who has scandals.
Oh, you meant nationwide, not just
nationwide. You get all the college football to choose from.
Oh, goodness gracious. Carter, back to you.
Well, I don't know about that Elko guy.
Give me Dion.
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh no.
You're an idiot. Did you hear what's going on in Colorado?
Is there something going on?
Yeah, like his 5 biggest recruits he's gotten since the opening year, they've all fucking decommitted. They see that he's all fake, and they fucking left. Oh, man,
not good. Ooh, man. I'm gonna have to think about that throughout the whole show.
I say an out there pick would be Jason Candle from Toledo. Get a Max coach in here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this new Maction movement that Haas has got going on.
Hey, they have some entertaining games.
Yeah.
I'd probably say
they don't have any team that's going to be in the playoff, but
well,
if you
next
put
year,
one of those coaches
start
on the
next
right team, he could get a team there.
I'd probably say Kalen, the head coach from Washington. I mean, Washington's not a great program, and look what the fuck he's done with them.
Yeah. He seems like he's kind of an out of nowhere guy. Like I'd never even heard of him till.
You know, Dan Lanning's still sitting there, guys.
Am I wrong for thinking that Oregon would be doing the same thing even if Carter was head coach there?
I think you're wrong because there's a huge jump in that defense from last year to now. Possibly. And those defensive mindsets are doing pretty well as college football coaches. God, I'm so fucking out of it.
Poor thing.
Great insight.
It seems like Oregon's been doing this since like 1996.
Call them out, Hoss.
Just messing with you.
Carter's going to say some shit like, maybe Fomer. And he's going to throw us with another Tennessee on top of Tennessee.
I'm just trying to figure out what Carter's doing there.
I'm looking up coaches.
He's taking this seriously. He's about to come out with somebody fire.
Mm-hmm.
The Virginia defensive coordinator, Ted Smith. His defense is only, listen to this, guys, he's only gave up 2 touchdowns all year.
Definitely not. I don't know why a lot of people. I feel like this guy. I don't know.
You know, you're not actually hiring somebody, right?
Yeah, I know, but what about Kalen?
He's got the checkbook open and everything.
What about Kalen? I can't say his last. DeBoer.
We wasted all that time. I've already said him for Georgia. From Washington, right?
Yeah. I was looking up his stats. Sorry. Coach Rivera.
Well, now that we're through with that hypothetical question.
Whoa.
I don't know why A&M didn't try to go after this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they had Mark Stoops.
Oh, fuck.
And you poor old Mark Stoops, you know, he was sitting there like, yes, somebody's finally going to get me. They're going to snag me up. I've finally been recognized.
Dude,
Did you know the whole story?
I don't think he does.
Mark Stoops even addressed the media saying he's taking the job, flew to A&M. He got let go on the tarmac and had to fly back to Kentucky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wow. After he told them he's leaving.
Damn.
And the reason they didn't want him is because the fan base didn't want that hire and the boosters.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's right.
Wow.
We kind of did a similar thing, but, you know, we didn't want some rapist supporter.
Well, you also didn't fire him on the fucking airport.
No, but a lot of that with Schiano was because he was in support of. Well, he he stood up for Sandusky. Like said, yeah. So, big difference there. And that was
that ain't a guy you want to go to battle for.
Fuck no. Like, and I know when all that shit first happened, he was on that staff, and he was like one of the ones that's like gave a character witness statement for Jerry Sandusky and all this shit. And it's like, no, bro, absolutely not. We do not, fuck all that. Don't care if you're a winner or loser. It's about morals,
Tell me Stoops made it to the damn university.
Yes.
No, he didn't even. No, he didn't make it to the university. He made it to Texas, and they met him at the airport.
But he addressed Kentucky.
Yeah, he addressed Kentucky.
But here's the thing: if I'm Kentucky, I probably wouldn't let him come back. I'd say, you know what? You left us. You're gonna leave us today. So what's to say you wouldn't leave us tomorrow? So see you, bye.
Yeah,
that's the first time I ever remember him being up for any major job either.
Yeah, Kentucky. Let's be honest though. Like I get it. I get the pride thing if you're a Kentucky fan, but you're not going to get a better coach.
Probably not.
You take him out of the equation, they win 4 games.
That might make them look at him differently, though, seeing that he didn't.
They're going to be real. This definitely changes things, I think.
I mean, think about it. That was, if you're looking at it, that was the AD and the staff's first choice. Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of leverage now in Kentucky, like Haas said. I'm surprised they didn't go try to pick up somebody like Drinkwitz.
He still rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, he's kind of a prick.
Well, most younger coaches are. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did you get these 2 natties? I'm sorry.
Do what?
Nothing.
Yeah. Keep that same energy.
Oh, it's here.
We ready to dive into this week's slate? Or recap last week?
Yeah, I was going to say, we probably need to recap last week.
Well, we can just move on into this week's games if you want to.
Well, I wanted to say this. You know how the big thing everybody's been wondering is we know who we're playing next year, but we don't know really when. They released a couple of dates for some of our teams. Like they released, a couple, and I was going to read those to you. The rest will be revealed in December. I don't know when, they didn't say. But notable 2024 SEC matchups. I don't know why this one's already, everyone already knew about this one. But Miami at Florida, August 31st, that opening week. By the way, we get 2 bye weeks next year. But Miami at Florida, Notre Dame at A&M in that opening week. September 14th, A&M at Florida. Okay. September 21st, which will be Oklahoma's first SEC game. And just so happens that my Tennessee Vols have to travel to Norman to welcome them into the SEC. But here's the big one. We do not have to wait long for this Georgia-Bama, rematch after this Saturday. September 28th, Georgia at Alabama next year.
Damn, that's early.
Yep. They kept Tennessee Bama on the 3rd Saturday. Georgia at Texas, October 19th. October 26th, LSU at A&M. November 9th, Alabama at LSU. November 16th, Texas at Arkansas. November 23rd, Alabama at Oklahoma. And then November 30th, last game of the, last week of the year, of the season, Texas at Texas A&M. So Texas and Texas A&M is going to rivalry week, which it should be.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to see that game come back.
Yeah, man, that was such a fun game to watch because they would always play it on a Friday night, and that was always a great game. So I'm glad to see that that's going to be coming back. But, well, Cranges, I mean, we could. You want to skip last week? I'm fine with that. I do have updated.
We can just read the scores right quick, and
you have to admit, I mean, it was a hard fought game on both sides.
Yeah, it was a great game.
And y'all really had our number, most of the second half, I would say. And that play that happened is just one of those. It's like I'm still in shock myself.
Yeah, it's. I thought we were due one of those because the last couple of games that we've been able to win against you guys, have been like these crazy insanity type situations that you don't see too often with the cam back and the whatever, the kick six, whatever. But so y'all were due one of those, like, to break our hearts at Auburn. Not to say it hasn't happened before, but I think they're calling this one. I saw an article today on AL.com. I think they're trying to tab this one 4th and forever, which is
look, they got polos made already. Look, 4th and 31 right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think 4th and forever is more catchy, but I don't know. 4th and 31 may be it. But yeah, that one that I don't know what to say about it. It's just
I
sucks to be on the other end of those.
I'm talking about I leapt up out of my chair on that play. And that's not happened in a long time. But I couldn't believe it happened. Man.
Yeah, that's quite something to see.
I heard somewhere this is the second year in a row Auburn had a 99% chance of winning the game, and Bama comes back and wins it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's a hard fought. Like last year we had the overtimes last year, so I mean it's like it's always going to be something in this rivalry.
Why are you sick of playing Jordan here? Oh, sorry.
I can tell you right now, I'm convinced there's some mysterious shit with that stadium. No matter who's playing there, there's some weird shit that goes on in fucking Jordan Hare.
They just play with pride in that game. They really wanted that.
They almost beat us. Like it's that fucking stadium, man.
Yeah, but they get up for the big games if they're. That was one of those rare, like, I didn't think that team had any business being on the field. Crimson Brave says, "Did Bruce Young's 99-yard drive to tie the game not break your heart?" Ha.
Was that Bryce Young's dad or something?
Yeah, Bruce Young. Look him up. No, that game didn't have near the. This one had that. This one had that. Like, at no point did I think 2 years ago Auburn was. I knew they'd find a way to choke that game away, and I kind of felt like that. The only time I actually thought, "Damn, Auburn might," when he fumbled the punt, because you had that punt right there right before that happened.
Yeah.
And the only time I thought, "Damn, Auburn might actually fuck around and win this thing," was when the snap went past Milroe, and of course, there you have it. I don't. Maybe it's because time has went on, but Bruce Young's 99-yard drive didn't affect me. Didn't have that sting.
I didn't watch. Go ahead,
Carter.
No, you go ahead.
I was like, when I saw Riker miss a field goal, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a game." That was usually the telltale sign.
Yeah. That, and we had our punter, that he hooked that one punt like it barely went anywhere. It's just things like that. Just they happen in this. It seemed like in this game more than others. But
yeah,
I didn't get to watch the game, obviously, but trying to go back and watch it. Like, I don't know why I went on Google instead of just YouTube. When I Googled it, every fucking thing that popped up, like under all, it says referee tempted or trample or no, like people like social media reacts to officials missing obvious calls. CBS Sports broadcast blasted Iron Bowl referees. Referee Auburn battling officials. Just officiating. So was it that bad?
There was a definite face mask call that didn't get called on Bama So that's one of the ones that I remember them complaining about, that they missed that call.
Yeah, there was some on both sides. I don't know. You guys watch a lot of football. I think it goes that way every game, don't it?
I saw people complaining about a push off on that 4th and forever, and I was just like, it's not a push off.
I didn't even heard about that one.
Yeah, he cut left.
There was a play where a guy, I don't know who it was, Hoss, but the Alabama guy's foot was supposedly, they ruled.
Right, it was right by the line.
Yeah. He was on the toe, was on the edge of the green and the white, and they ruled it on the field pass incomplete.
Right.
And had they had just ruled it pass complete and reviewed it, it would have been a completed pass. But because they ruled it incomplete on the field,
they didn't overturn it, right?
But that was also the drive that led to the muff punt, which ultimately led to the. So it was just a crazy game.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate the game. Like, I don't remember it always being this way, but now fans almost have like a direct impact on games, because it's not just the Iron Bowl or any game. Like, I remember there was a couple in the Georgia game. If the referees do miss a call and the crowd just gets on them, you're going to get a makeup call.
Yeah.
Here, somewhere down, and I was sitting here and I told my buddy, I said, Auburn's going to get a couple makeup calls for that one. And they sure enough did. As soon as Alabama turned the corner on that they had like a touchdown around the edge there. And the guy, it was one of those, like, they could have not, they let that one slide pretty much all the time. Guy took off for a touchdown. Crowd was still hot about it. Guess what? The refs threw that flag, said, holding, number 57, I was like,
I heard about that. I heard about that one.
Yeah. I was like, there it is. It's coming. They're going to wait till Bama does something big, and they're going to call it.
Man,
I think Georgia's game ended up being a little bit closer maybe than Trenches would have liked it to be.
Rivalry week, I don't care. Win the game.
Y'all also had one fumble, one interception, which has not happened a lot this season. So.
We did. We also had 6 starters out on offense. But yes, that shit happens.
Well, but some of those may have been by choice, so you can't really blame it on that either. But
just say, hey, if you win with the skeleton crew on Rivalry week, I'm not going to complain no matter what happens.
Oh, okay. I got you. And I don't think I noticed y'all do that little cheat and shift thing in this game, so that was an improvement. Y'all didn't use
let's see if I'm right. If Saban's dumb,
but I'm sure you're going to pull it out this next game.
It might be. When you got a dumb coach, you might as well use it, right? It's going to be a fun week, Hoss.
It's just Monday,
Yeah.
We're doing this every day this week for the build-up.
Well, 3 of us will show up.
Yeah, Carter won't be here.
Carter won't be here.
Oh, it ain't
Carter be up in Mississippi somewhere looking at a tree.
Do we keep a tally of who's done the show more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rent free.
Carter had a great game day experience for his rivalry game, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the game. I just got a little.
Saying, you had a great time, and the game was always, never in question.
I got to
lead.
It was before the game ever even started. I was so happy in that moment. We could have gotten beat by 30. I probably wouldn't even cared. Just the fact that I got to, get to stand on the sideline, on the field was just like, I was in fucking heaven.
Carter's the type of guy that can walk by a payphone and stick his finger in the change return and pull out a $5 bill.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got that.
So you want to know how it happened? You want to know what? Okay. Trenches remembers when we were up there for the Georgia game, we were waiting on Billy because they have this big former Tennessee player, tailgate where a lot of former players go. And I didn't want to just walk up in there without Billy being there, I didn't feel like that was right. So we were kind of waiting around for him. We were kind of over there by it. There were these 2 older black guys, and they had like little lanyards on. I was like, yeah, they had to be players. And they were super nice when we talked to them, and they played like in the 70s, late 70s. Well, anyway, talked to them for a little bit, told them where I was from, and they knew where I was from, but whatever. So I'm back. We'll go back to that tailgate. Now, Billy gave me 2 tickets for this game, and they were really good seats, 9 rows up on the end zone. So I was happy enough with that. Well, I seen those 2 same guys that me and Trenches met. His name was Nate Sumter, and he was like, "You're back again." He's like, "So you come all the way from West Tennessee again?" I said, "Yeah." And just sitting there talking to this guy, he's like, "You know what? I want you to come to the Letterman's Club." And I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "Well, basically, I want you to be one of my guests. I can have up to 4 guests. And so when you go in the stadium, go to gate 21, which is where I was going to have to go." He said, "But you go over to the far left, there'll be a lady there with a clipboard, and you tell her that you are a guest of Nate Sumter." And I did that. She put this little wristband on my wrist, and she said, "Just go down them steps and go far right all the way out." And when I went all the way out, I was out there on the fucking field.
Yeah.
And like they have this thing called the Letterman's Club where it's like indoors. There's TVs, there's couches, there's free food, everything's free. So I chilled out during the game down there, and then they have a sectioned off where you can walk out on the sideline and you can stand on the sideline. And so yeah, a lot of it was luck, but I mean, so in that moment,
were you pretending to be like a Make-A-Wish kid or something?
No, man, I was just talking to the guy. I'd seen him, I'd met him the week before, and he recognized me from the week before, and we just
Why
started
couldn't he give
talking
you that
again.
hookup when Trenches was there with you? What's up with that?
Because I ran to the other sideline.
Yeah, well, true. Herbie!
I mean, yeah, but I mean, who of us in here, if at your school's football field, that'd be a dream come true for anybody.
Yeah.
It's hallowed ground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one of us that's worked out for like that, and that's this guy right here above me.
Well, Craig, I guarantee, I know a way that this can happen for you. You ain't got to know nobody. You pull out that checkbook, you give a big enough donation, I about guarantee you
Hell yeah.
they'll roll the red carpet out for you. I guarantee you that. Anybody.
My money is like insignificant to all of our money combined. Don't touch the money these colleges get.
No, I know that
from donors.
But they do try to do a few things for people that'll give a nice donation. They'll put your name in the program or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Now, what is it? You guys know what it costs now to just be a season ticket, or get in line to be a season ticket holder?
What the donation you gotta make? Yeah, you gotta make like
I think at Bama you have to be a minimum $10,000 a year,
and that just gets you on the wait list.
Just to get on the list,
yeah, and you could pay that for 10 years or more.
Correct.
Yeah.
I guarantee when my dad was a season ticket holder for Alabama, or Tide Pride, I think's what it was called. I know it damn sure wasn't that much then. There's no way, because he couldn't have afforded that. Damn.
Yeah.
It just seems like
I'm sure it's went up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money to try to pay face value for tickets, when you could just, okay, if I paid $10,000 a year to Auburn to get, if I spent $60,000 to get tickets at face value, I think I would have saved money just buying tickets on ATX or
scalping them. Yeah,
StubHub or something. I wouldn't have spent $60,000 in tickets.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure there's other perks to that too. I've never done that.
I tell you what, though, scalping's a lot more dangerous now because they've gone paperless, right?
Yeah.
So it's like my suggestion to anybody that's wanting to go to a game where it's paperless is pay with cash, because at least that way you can be like, okay, well, I'm not handing you this cash, so those tickets are sent to me and I've received them. But if you say, okay, well, I'll send you the PayPal. Well, you send that guy the PayPal, he could just not send them to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
That's why it's better to use a third party because their tickets are already there in the system. You have to do it because, I mean, even digitally, there's, the tickets are already on Ticketmaster and you just send the money to Ticketmaster.
I always buy straight from SeatGeek and StubHub. Those are only 2 sites I ever use.
Yeah. I've used Ticketmaster a lot.
What about Ticket Faster?
Just had to bring that up, didn't you? You want to hear some bowl predictions?
Yeah, sure.
Did we cover all the games? Carter.
We're not going to talk about the game?
Well, Crandish was all like, we don't need to. But yeah.
I was just trolling because I didn't want to talk about the Iron Bowl.
What were you going to say, Grant?
Are we still on bowl or game reflections or looking forward to the future here?
I think outside of the Iron Bowl and I guess the Ohio State Michigan game, what really was there to talk about?
Kentucky beat Louisville.
That was cool, and that's kind of why I feel like even with Florida State having their quarterback out, I still feel like Florida State's going to win that game.
I differ on that one, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I think Louisville's going to upset Florida State.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. You even picked them to do so. And our company picked them.
Yay.
The game of the week coming up for me, or I love, not the week, but one of the two. Friday night, Oregon, Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody pick Washington? I think Carter did.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Liberty, New Mexico State.
That's what I thought.
But I understand.
Yeah. I got them right here.
Love it.
Let's see. Hey, that is one we did pick. Let's see. Let me get these picks pulled up real quick.
Get Carter to break that game down for us.
Hold on. Let me grab those. Sorry. Yeah, not happening. But there's only, I think we come up with 9 games. There's only 9 games.
No, you made us do the 10th.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm talking about just this Saturday. We went ahead and picked Army Navy, but that's because there was no point in just, all right, here's the matchups. We have SMU.
If you go 9-0, you're going to have to wait another week to find out if you go 10-0.
Yeah, exactly. We got App State versus Troy. Okay. And Hoss, some of that action you've been talking about. How about it?
Here it is.
Miami of Ohio and Toledo.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 Ohio schools going to get down on some action.
That's right.
I'm with you, Hoss. I'm getting on that action train.
Yeah. There's some fun games to watch.
Well, I think next year we all ought to pick like a team on the
six in a row. Seriously, guys, y'all watching this fucking game?
I say next year we all pick a different MAC team. That's like our team. We're gonna follow so we can keep up with this MAC. And obviously, we're still gonna be rooting for our teams, but I think we all ought to pick a different MAC team.
I ought to pick a team and cover that team.
Let's make this fair. Hoss, me and you have to pick a lower level MAC team to root for.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck you.
That way, well, I mean, y'all are rebuilding. Auburn's rebuilding.
Yeah, I like that.
Both of our teams SC champions or SC,
like
championship, 11-1, 12-0. We're still, pushing what we need to push. Let's go low and see if we, follow a team that builds a little bit this year.
I'm looking at this MAC right now. All right. And
Carter's already found a team from Tennessee in it.
He knew before he asked the question.
Tennessee Tech State.
No, I really don't. I know some of the teams that are in the MAC, but
I'll pull that up too.
All right, here's the teams we can choose from. Okay. All right. You have the Buffalo Bulls. Anybody just dying to be a bull? Maybe not. How about the Akron Zips?
Mm,
Why wants
that's
to be a
tough place to
kangaroo?
play.
Yeah.
I
Over in
also
Akron.
take UAB. They went 3-5 this year.
UAB ain't in the MAC.
What am I looking at then?
You're looking at Conference USA or Sun Belt. The MAC is.
I said
basically
MAC Conference, and they pulled up Middle American Conference.
There's no way they're not in the. Unless they're joining this next year.
We don't know. They could be.
The MAC's always been those mid, like Ohio,
App State kind of teams.
No, not App State.
Tennessee Tech.
MAC is like teams from Ohio.
I'm looking at Akron. My bad.
All right. Okay. So
schools.
You got Akron, Bowling Green, the Falcons. Let's see. You got the Buffalo Bulls, Kent State Flash. I mean, there you go, Hoss. That's where Saban went to school.
Yeah.
You got the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. You got the Ohio Bobcats. You got the Ball State Cardinals. You got the Central Michigan Chippewas. You got the Eastern Michigan Eagles, Northern Illinois Huskies, the Toledo Rockets, and then you got the Western Michigan Broncos.
There's 3 Michigan teams.
I guess I'll just have to take Toledo.
You get first pick.
I guess I'll be a Rocket.
All right. If I get second pick, you know what? I don't want to be a Central Michigan Chippewa.
All right, so next fall, in August, September, start expecting videos from us on this channel.
I'm gonna buy a hat and a polo. Fuck it, I'm going all out.
We're gonna get passionate about this.
I need a hoodie. Hold on. Let's see what I missed a comment. The stories are that Carter is the world's luckiest, undeserving freeloader on earth. Yes.
That might be the nicest thing you ever said about him, Megan.
I know.
She's in a good mood tonight.
So, Hoss, who would you pick? I feel like you're going to follow your... Yeah.
Out of those teams remaining, probably I would say Bowling Green's been pretty, pretty consistent. Of course, now this year I think they've had like what 1, 2, 3, 7. They went 7-4 this year, but
I really thought you were going to take Kent State.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but if you look at their record this year, you'll know why I didn't pick them.
I see the 0-8.
I didn't even look at information.
I just thought, try 1-11.
1-11, yeah, but they're 0-8 in conference.
0-8 in conference play, yes.
I just like the name Chippewas. That's why I picked them.
No, that's really cool.
Or what if we covered the worst teams in our state?
Oh, Jesus. I can't do that. Nope.
Stick with Maction.
Yep, sticking with Maction. I ain't being a Vandy fan.
Oh, Vandy wouldn't be the worst team in your state.
Dude, they definitely are. I think Middle Tennessee's even better. The last two times they played MTSU beat their ass.
What about like Tennessee Tech or ain't there like an East Tennessee State or something?
Yeah, but they're FCS. But what's funny about that is guess who just is moving up next year? Chattanooga is moving to the FBS.
Big move there.
The Mocs.
Which team did you pick, Trench?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about the MAC, clearly, when I'm trying to name off teams that ain't even fucking there.
Well, here, I'll show you their colors. Show you their colors and their nicknames.
I'm looking at it. I don't have a lot of blue in my closet, so I'll take Buffalo.
Okay.
The Bulls.
It was between them and Akron Zips.
Yep.
You may have to remind me again in the summer who my team was.
You picked Kent State.
Yep. No, he picked oh shit, I don't remember who he picked.
Toledo Rockets.
Yeah. He picked the Rockets. You got the Chippewas. Hoss has
Bowling Green
Bowling
Falcons.
Green.
Yeah.
That means you got to wear orange, Hoss. You know that?
I don't think so.
Okay, you can wear brown. I like they got Cleveland brown colors, brown and orange.
And now that I'm on board with Toledo, they'll go straight to the bottom.
They're usually pretty good year in, year out.
I mean, Western Michigan was doing pretty good a few years ago. Row the boat.
Team shop.
Oh my God.
Let's see what we got for Buffalo.
Get it done.
Why not?
I see Trenches rocking some Buffalo gear.
Yeah, man. I like Bulls.
It's almost like
shit sucks.
Yeah, they probably got like Russell Athletic as the.
Yeah, I'm gonna check Fanatics. Y'all go ahead.
Well, while he's doing that, I was looking up these bowl projections.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is, of course, pending a lot of games, but maybe I'll leave the national championship picture out of it for now, because it's pretty safe to say that, like, everyone else outside of the teams that are in the playoff hunt. But let's see, New Year's 6 in the Peach Bowl, they got Missouri and Penn State. That that might be all right.
I'd take Missouri in that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they got in the Orange Bowl, they got Louisville and Ohio State. And then
I'll take Ohio State in that one.
Making another New Year's 6 bowl for the second year in a row. Tulane and Texas in the Fiesta.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta take Texas in that game.
I'm not going to talk about the Cotton Bowl because let's just not do that.
What if we wanted to talk about it?
Okay, well, this is CBS. This is what they got. They got Washington versus Alabama in the Cotton Bowl. Which means in the Rose Bowl, you got Michigan, Florida State, and then the Sugar, Georgia, Oregon.
Oh, I didn't realize the Cotton was in it.
It's just Sugar and Rose. I was just not going to talk about the Cotton Bowl because
he's avoiding that because if Bama wins, they could, try to.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with this, man, is like,
mm-hmm.
Look, I know we're going to shit talk and have fun, Hoss. That's fine. But taking all that away, if Bama does win, which I think this is Georgia and Bama's, whoever wins this could easily win the Natty. Mm-hmm. I think it's the toughest competition each one's going to face. But this whole Bama's not going to jump Texas. I get the head-to-head, but at the same time, if they were to play tomorrow, is anybody putting their money on Texas?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I would.
No. They've just been so inconsistent, man.
Right, but that's where I get the confusion. Like, look, Bama, if you lose this championship, it's 2 losses, you can't get in, right? There's no argument there.
No.
But there has to be, I get it, we won't have to deal with this next year, but this is a huge year to have this conversation, because when does the whole 4 best teams actually fucking mean something?
Mm-hmm.
Because Texas has played nobody but Oklahoma besides Bama, and they lost.
Yeah.
Georgia's played 4 ranked. Bama's played 5 ranked. There's teams more deserving to get in that 4 spot than Texas. Florida State's probably going to get snubbed even if they go undefeated because no quarterback.
I say if Bama beats Georgia closer, Georgia's not out. Florida State's getting old.
They're not going to put 2 SEC teams in. With all this shit going on, I still don't see it.
Bama beats Georgia. Let's say a great game. Let's go like 31-30. No way. Georgia's in.
But who are you kicking out? You can't kick out Texas because, like I said, they're going to play that fucking head-to-head.
Well, I think even with a Bama win over Georgia, I think we would still need some help to even be considered to be in there.
The only team that's guaranteed in the playoffs right now, in my book, is Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
After the conferences, the only one that's guaranteed to get in, if they win, is Georgia. Besides that, everything's wide open, and that's if Georgia wins.
Well, you've got a placeholder. That's all they are in there right now. is Ohio State. They're not. I don't think they're a threat to.
Well, they'll be out of this by tomorrow night. When the new rankings come out, it'll show they're out.
Yeah.
Their schedule, there's no way, even with one, like all these one-loss teams fighting for it, they're not in that conversation.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They're out.
It's really Bama. If Bama wins, they're fighting for it. Even if Georgia loses, they're fighting for it. Oregon's fighting for it. Washington will be fighting for it if they beat whatever. And then Florida State will be fighting for it. There's, it's a lot of teams to try to figure out. Now, last year, I don't know if y'all remember, but like 3 teams lost in conference play that were fighting for it, and that's how TCU got in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could see one of those situations, which I think is going to happen to Florida State.
Mm-hmm. Florida State's definitely going to lose.
I don't think they're going to lose to Louisville, though.
Okay, even on Fanatics, Buffalo's gear is dog shit.
Yeah. Cranges, how would you feel about playing Duke in the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
Don't do nothing for me.
Playing who?
Well, would you rather playing Duke in the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
I got Auburn. Duke just lost their head coach.
But then there's also this other person thinks it's going to be Auburn versus Clemson.
Okay.
Auburn versus Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson's way better than us.
I'm just saying.
That seems like a bad matchup for Auburn. Give us a game we can win. God, ain't Clemson done won like 9 games?
We've tried that. New Mexico State proved us wrong, so we got to just figure this out.
Hey, they got 8 wins. We need a 6-win team.
I think y'all could beat Duke with no head coach.
Yeah.
He's out, dude. He's heading to A&M.
I'm just saying, would you rather see Auburn play in the Duke's Mayo Bowl or the Birmingham Bowl?
Oh, okay. For entertainment value, I'd rather see Clemson.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, okay, if they do end up in the Birmingham Bowl, are you going to go to that game?
No, they played in it last year or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even go see that shit.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's really all I got. Before, we say, I'm sure we're going to do another show later in the week because, we kind of been absent. We had a kind of schedules kind of got screwed up.
You better do it quick, Carter.
Trenches went to. No, I'm serious. What I'm saying is,
okay.
I want to hear these two guys just give Trenches and Hoss the floor for a minute.
Oh yes, please.
Tell me why you think Bama's going to win, and then Trenches, why do you think Georgia's going to win the SEC championship? I'm not talking about shit talking. I'm just saying, like,
Well, I think the main reason is that Bama has improved all over this season. Yes, are there still some nagging issues that we're having in this last game versus, first few weeks? Yeah, but I think the same could probably be said for Georgia. So, but I think we match up good with them. Our defense versus defense is going to be a hell of a battle to see. And we're just going to have to see who can put up the most points because I really do think that both offenses are going to have a good game plan together. And I'm just excited to see this. I think it'll be another classic as the other SEC championship matchups between our two teams have been. So, but yeah, I think Bama can get it done.
All right, Trenches.
Alabama fucking suck. No, I'm kidding. I just want to troll Hoss for a second. The main thing I see in Georgia, and even comparing Bobo to what happened with Monken last year, this is the best offense I've seen us ever have. Defense, not as strong as it's been, but they're still playing top 10 in the NCAA. I'm with Hoss. I think it's going to be a great matchup. These two teams, even though we shit talk each other, there's a lot of respect and there's a lot. It's always a classic. Like, it's a fun fucking game to watch. My main thing I'm leaning on for Georgia to take this win is just our offense. Our offense is playing lights out. And of course, like Hall said earlier, we did sit people just because there's a little bit of injury, but it's mainly like if you don't need them, don't play them. Save them for this game. And with them all coming back, we've seen, I think, the first time we had them healthy was Ole Miss, and that's the best I've seen the offense play. So I'm hoping we kind of get that kind of offense coming going.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I got to say is cover on. Good answers.
There it is, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I forgot about it till Crangers
You
did
set that one up.
Mm-hmm.
I really forgot about it.
About what we had to say.
That's what he was. I thought that's what he was gearing up.
I really did want to hear it, but then when Crangers reminded me of it, I was like, oh shit.
Here's what I want to do on the next episode, Hoss. I want to flip it. I want you to tell me why you think Georgia could win a game, and I'll tell you why I think Bama can win the game. Just seeing from the outside perspective what you actually think of that team.
That's gonna be hard.
It is gonna be hard.
You're almost like
you can do it.
It's almost basically like you're asking to tell me what you're worried about.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay. You don't have to win. What worries you about Georgia? I'll tell you what worries me about Bama in this game.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Yeah, well, we'll see y'all in a few days. We'll try to do another one before the big games this Saturday. When I say big games, I mean there's like 2.
There's more than 2.